The feeling that never left radio. The most played song of the 20th century coming up on Rock Music History Lesson. In 1965, the Righteous Brothers, Bill Medley, known for his deep voice, and Bobby Hatfield, the high tenor, didn't realize that You've Lost That Lovin Feelin would become one of their biggest hits. BMI Music Publishing reports that the song was played on American radio and TV more than any other song in the 20th century. All versions, including the Righteous Brothers, have been played over 8 million times. It held this record for 22 years until Every Breath You Take by the Police surpassed it in 2019. The song was written by the husband and wife team of Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil. Producer Phil Spector was looking for a hit for an act he had just signed to his Phyllis label, the Righteous Brothers. The opening line, "You never close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips," was inspired by the Paris Sisters song, "I Love How You Love Me." "Baby, I Need Your Loving" by the Four Tops was partly the inspiration for You've Lost That Lovin Feelin. Bill Medley told Songfacts in 2014 that he and Hatfield didn't think You've Lost That Lovin Feelin was a good fit for them. Medley says, quote, "We had been doing all of this rhythm and blues stuff, and we just thought, wow, what a good song for the Everly Brothers. But it didn't seem right for us," unquote. Medley says as the recording session proceeded, they felt better about the song. He says, quote, "They were singing it a lot higher than we did, so they kept lowering it and lowering it and lowering it. And Phil slowed it down to that great beat that it was. I remember being in the studio with Phil, and we weren't used to working that hard on songs, but we were smart enough to know every time he asked us to do it again that it was getting better," unquote. Recording You've Lost That Lovin Feelin took more than 39 takes to complete. Phil Spector put a lot of effort and about $35,000 into this production. The final product was so unusual, especially with his trademark wall of sound, that Spector kept second-guessing himself. What's the wall of sound? Phil Spector carefully arranged the music so the same parts were played by several instruments at once. By layering and repeating those instruments, he created a thick, rich sound in which the individual parts blended into a single, powerful whole for the listener. He sought the opinion of the song's co-writer, Barry Mann, who was convinced the song had been recorded at the wrong speed. Engineer Larry Levine told Spector it was supposed to sound that way. Don Kirshner, his publisher, thought it was great, but suggested changing the title to bring back that loving feeling. When it came time to release You've Lost That Lovin Feelin, Spector put the time at 3 minutes, 5 seconds on the single, though it was actually 3 minutes and 50 seconds. At the time, radio stations rarely played songs longer than 3 minutes. By the time program directors realized their playlists were running longer than usual, the song had already become a hit. You've Lost That Lovin Feelin gained a whole new audience when the song was used in the Top Gun movie in 1986, starring Tom Cruise when he sings it to Kelly McGillis. Cover versions of You've Lost That Lovin Feelin include Dionne Warwick, Johnny Rivers, Elvis Presley, and the biggest hit cover version, Hall & Oates, in 1980. Bill Medley stepped out on his own and recorded a duet with Jennifer Warnes' "I've Had the Time of My Life" from the movie Dirty Dancing. The song climbed to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1987, winning a Grammy for Best Pop Vocal Duo and an Oscar for Best Song. The Righteous Brothers' hit Unchained Melody charted twice on the Billboard Hot 100. First in 1965 and again in 1990 after it was used in the movie Ghost starring Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. Sadly, tenor-voiced Bobby Hatfield died of a heart attack in 2003 at age 63. Bill Medley relaunched the Righteous Brothers in 2016 with a new singing partner, Bucky Hurd. You've Lost That Lovin Feelin reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in late 1964 and stayed on the charts into early 1965. If you'd like to hear You've Lost That Loving Feeling by the Righteous Brothers, click the link in the description box. Hey, while you're at it, in the comments, tell me your favorite Righteous Brothers song. Check out our website, rockmusichistorylesson.com. Like us, share us, hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching Rock Music History Lesson. I'm K.W. King.